The dust settles on your visor. You blink away the sleep of 100 cycles. Gravity pulls at your bones. It feels heavier here than you remember. But the silence is the heaviest thing of all. You sit up on the hard ground. The ridge beneath you is cold stone. Twin suns break the horizon line. One is angry red. The other is a pale, calm gold. They paint the world in amber light. It looks like a spilled drink on a bar table. You check your vitals on your HUD. Everything is green. Your heart beats slow and steady. A distant chord strikes the air. It is not a weapon. It sounds like a church organ, deep underground. You take a breath. The air tastes like copper and old rain. This is not where you fell asleep, but it is where you are now. You stand up slowly. Your armor joints whine in protest. They need oil, or maybe just a long vacation. You look out over the vast valley. The light catches the dust motes. It is peaceful, almost too peaceful. You feel like you missed the meeting memo. You reach for your belt. The holo record is still there. It is cracked down the middle. You thumb the activation stud. Blue light sputters into the air. It forms a shaky image of command. The voice is distorted. It cuts in and out like a bad radio. Hold the line. That was the last order. You held it until the sky burned. The memory tries to claw at you. Smoke and fire fill your mind, but the melody in the air pushes it back. The recording loops once, then it dies. The blue light fades into the morning. You are alone with the echo. It feels like forgetting to turn off the stove, but the stove was a planet, and you are the cook. You shake your head. Focus on the sound. It calls you forward. You step down from the ridge. Loose rocks clatter under your boots. The sound is getting louder. It is a steady rhythm. It matches your pulse. You find the entrance at the base of a cliff. It is carved into black basalt. The opening is massive. It could fit a tank or a very large ego. You step inside. The air is cool here. Lights flicker on the walls. They are not electric. They are crystals. They pulse with the same rhythm you heard outside. This is a workshop. Tools of strange metal hang on racks. They look like hammers and tongs. But they also look like flutes. You pick one up. It is heavy. It vibrates in your hand. This place was a forge. But they did not make swords here. They made something else, something louder. You walk deeper into the hall. Shadows stretch long across the floor. You feel eyes on you, not literally, just the weight of history. It judges your dirty armor. In the center stands a monolith. It is pure black stone. It hums. The sound vibrates your teeth. You reach out a hand. You hesitate. Then you touch it. A shock runs up your arm. It is not painful. It feels like waking up. Voices fill your helmet audio. They are not speaking. They are singing. It is a language of pure tone. You do not know the words, but you understand the meaning. Home, safety, rest. The stone is teaching you. It uploads a cadence to your suit. Your systems sync with it. Your reactor purrs in time with the stone. You feel a bit like a tuning fork, a very dangerous tuning fork. You step back. The lesson is over, for now. Movement catches your eye. You spin around. Your hand goes to your hip, but you have no gun. You left it on the ridge. Figures emerge from the shadows. They are tall and thin. Their skin is gray like the rock. They wear robes of woven metal. They look at you with wide eyes. They are wary. You look like a tank to them. A walking tank that needs a wash. One of them steps forward. He holds up a hand. It is empty. This is the leader. His name is Elder Ones. He does not speak. He hums a low note. It is a question. You hum back. It is a clumsy attempt. You sound like a rusty gate. But they smile. The tension breaks. They lower their hands. Elder Ones nods. He gestures for you to follow. He wants to show you something. They lead you to a stone table. A map is etched into the surface. Light flows through the lines. It shows the valley outside, but it shows more. It shows lines of sound. They crisscross the land like veins. Elder Ones points to a spot. It is a sanctuary. He mimes a great silence. Then he mimes music. He explains without words. War is noise. Peace is music. You nod. You understand that logic. It is simpler than a briefing packet. And much shorter. He points to the crimson dunes. They're in the way. You must cross them. He looks at your heavy boots. He looks concerned. You shrug. You have walked through worse. You once marched through a swamp of acid. Sand is just dry water. You signal that you are ready. The scouts gather their gear. They carry staffs that look like chimes. You head for the exit. The suns are higher now. The day is heating up. The dunes are red as rust. They stretch to the horizon. You take the first step. The sand creates a tone. It sounds like a cello string. You take another step, another note. The scouts spread out. They walk in a specific pattern. Their footsteps create a melody. You try to match them. You stumble. The sand screeches. It sounds like a cat on a chalkboard. The scouts wince. You whisper a sorry. You adjust your stride. You find the rhythm. Left, right, left. The sand sings a low song. It helps you walk. You feel lighter. The wind picks up. It carries distant drum beats. It is the planet's heartbeat. You are marching to the beat of a world. It is better than a drill sergeant. Much less shouting. You look at the scouts. They move like dancers. You feel a bit like a hippo, but a rhythmic hippo. You press on. The heat is intense. Your cooling systems work hard, but the music keeps you cool. The dunes end abruptly. A chasm splits the earth. It is deep. You cannot see the bottom. Only light glows down there. There is no bridge, at least not one made of stone. Elder One steps to the edge. He raises his staff. He strikes it against the ground. A clear note rings out. The other scouts join in. The air begins to shimmer. Light bends across the gap. Steel strings materialize from the light. They weave together. An arch forms. It is a bridge of sound and hard light. It looks fragile. It looks like it would break under a feather. Elder Ones walks onto it. It holds him. He looks back at you. He waits. You take a breath. You hate heights. You really hate heights made of noise. You step onto the bridge. It vibrates under your weight. It sings a high pitch. You keep your eyes forward. Do not look down. Do not look down. You look down. It is a long way to fall. You speed up. Your boots clang on the light. You reach the other side. You let out a breath. Solid ground is nice. You prefer it. Ahead lies the vault. It's a massive dome. It's half buried in the mountain. The doors are open. They've been open for a long time. You enter the gloom. Dust covers everything. Huge shapes loom in the dark. You turn on your shoulder light. The beam cuts the darkness. These are machines, but they are not for war. They are amplifiers, speakers the size of houses. Relics of a past conflict, but a conflict of art. You walk past a row of silent droids. They look like metal monks. Their heads are bowed. They are the choir. They have been sleeping for ages, waiting for a voice, waiting for a conductor. You realize something. They are waiting for you. Your armor has the codes. The monolith gave them to you. You are the key. You feel a bit underqualified. You usually just break things. Now you have to fix them. You walk to the center podium. It overlooks the choir. The silence here is expectant. It is holding its breath. You stand at the console. Your hands hover over the interface. It lights up. Amber symbols scroll across the screen. It is a playlist, a very old playlist. You select the first track. You open your external speakers. You do not sing. You broadcast the code. It is a digital hum. The droids twitch. Dust falls from their shoulders. Eyes glow blue. One by one, they wake up. A low hum fills the vault. It builds. It becomes a harmony. The droids open their mouths. Pure sound washes over you. It is beautiful. It is sad. It sounds like victory and loss. The air ripples with energy. The amplifiers kick in. The mountain shakes. The song blasts out of the vault. It rolls across the valley. It is a beacon. You feel proud. You did a good job. Then the alarms go off. Your HUD flashes red. Proximity alert. Large mass inbound. That is never good. You run to the vault entrance. You look at the horizon. Dark shapes blot out the suns. They are ships. They are jagged and ugly. They look like flying knives. Engines thrum with a chaotic noise. It hurts your ears. It is the Red Fleet. Elder Ones stands beside you. He looks terrified. He covers his audio receptors. The enemy ships are loud. They use noise as a weapon. Dissonance. Chaos. They want to break the song. You feel the old war stir. Your blood heats up. You clench your fists. You check your belt again. Still no gun. But you have a choir, and you have amplifiers. You look at the ships. They are coming in low. They think you are helpless. They are wrong. You turn back to the vault. You yell at the droids. Crank it up. Volume to maximum. The droids understand. They shift their stance. They aim their voices. The first enemy ship dives. It fires a sonic cannon. The air rips apart. You signal the choir. They hit a high note. It is a wall of sound. The enemy blast hits the note. It deflects. It bounces off like a pebble on a tank. The enemy pilot panics. He veers off. You grin. This is better than missiles. Another ship comes in. You conduct the defense. You wave your arm. The base section kicks in. A shockwave rolls out. It hits the shit. The enemy engine stalls. The resonance shatters their stabilizers. The ship spins. It crashes into the sand. No explosion, just the thud. The Red Fleet is confused. They cannot shoot through the song. Their weapons sputter. Their targeting systems fail. Music is order. They are chaos. Order wins. You feel like a maestro of destruction, but the good kind. You direct the tenors. They target the flagship. It is a massive vessel. It hangs in the sky like a bruise. The flagship hails you. A face appears on your HUD. It is Commander Vrax. He looks angry. He has a very square jaw. He shouts at you. Turn it off. It is too loud. You laugh. You tell him no. You tell him to listen. The choir changes the tune. It shifts from defense to offense, but not to hurt, to overwhelm. They sing a song of peace. It is aggressive peace. It vibrates the hull of the flagship. It rattles Vrax's teeth. He cannot give orders. His crew is covering their ears. They are dropping their weapons. The resonance is calming them. It is forcing them to relax. You cannot fight when you are relaxed. It is biologically impossible. Vrax tries to yell, but the music drowns him out. He slumps in his chair. He waves a white flag, or at least a white cloth. He yields. The Red Fleet engines power down. They drift to the ground. The invasion is over, stopped by a song. The valley erupts, not with fire, with voices. The Arkborn cheer. Their cheer is a melody. The Red Fleet soldiers step out. They look confused. They look tired. They sit on the sand. The music washes over them. They nod their heads. The rhythm gets them too. Peace settles like a blanket. It is heavy and warm. The droids stop singing. They go to standby. The silence returns, but it is not empty now. It is full of promise. Elder Ones bows to you. He offers you a fruit. It looks like a blue apple. You take it. You are hungry. Saving the world builds an appetite. You take a bite. It tastes like cinnamon. You look at the sky. The suns are setting. The sky is purple now. The ships are silent. The valley is safe. You walk back to the monolith. You sit at its base. The stone is warm. You take off your helmet. The air is fresh. You close your eyes. Your weapon is gone. You do not need it. You have a new weapon now. Your voice, and the voice of this world. Your heart beats. Thump, thump. The planet beats with you. Thump, thump. You are part of the song. You are the soldier who buried war. You buried it in a melody. It is a good place for it. You lean back. You drift off. Tomorrow is a new day, and it will be loud, but it will be a good loud. The stars come out. They seem to twinkle in time. You smile. You sleep. End of line. Narrator break. Wait, I cannot end it there. I have to tell you one last thing. You might be wondering about the ship. Your ship. The one that crashed. We never found it. Maybe it is better that way. You are not leaving. You have a choir to lead, and I think Vrax wants music lessons. That will be funny. Imagine a warlord playing a flute. Anyway, that is the story. Your story. The galaxy is a big place, full of noise, but you found the one quiet spot, and you made it sing. Good work, soldier. Dismissed.